Uganda is among the top African countries with rates of depression disorders deteriorated by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, as this African nation's battles against mental health crisis. According to the WHO, suicide rate is more prevalent rather in Africa than in other parts of the world. Thus, a Ugandan psychiatrist called for more attention for the affected people. As featured in this report, a rehabilitated young Ugandan narrates his experience after once being in fact affected by mental health disorder.
Adrian Kiseka struggled with depression after he lost 2 years of school in 2011. His family couldn't afford to raise money for his fees while his father was in detention. He joined a criminal gang in one of Kampala's slums where he was introduced to drugs. This wasn't his mental health.
You find yourself beating someone, take their property, sell off them on a very cheaper price. And then you find yourself just to get your weed, to get the alcohol, to buy the cart.
Kiseka and his gang of friends were on the police watch list and was in and out of jail. His health deteriorated. At one point, Kiseka felt like ending his life.
I had a very bad feel about the intoxicants that I had taken that day. So I felt like, no, you know what? These things are just pissing me off. My head is aching a lot. I felt like very dizzy. I felt like a bit sick. So I felt like I should rather rest, die, and be buried.
The World Health Organization warns suicide rates in Africa are 5 times higher than in other regions. Uganda is among the top 6 countries in Africa with rates of depression disorders worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic. Depression, anxiety, and high stress levels are the most common causes of suicide attempts in Uganda.
It usually starts with internal thoughts. The patient is not going to tell you that I feel like committing suicide. That's why it's very important that whenever you see a mental patient, just do the random asking. Are you feeling like killing yourself? Make it in the habit of asking patients such.
Psychiatrists warn more attention needs to be paid to treating mental health disorders. 9.8% of Uganda's national budget goes to healthcare, but just 1% is directed towards mental health. With very few psychiatrists, mental care management is now a challenge. The doctor-to-patient ratio is just 1 to 1 million. Adrian Kiseka is now reformed and his mental state is stable, but millions out there are not getting the care they deserve.